In Bioshock Infinite, you play as Booker DeWitt, who has to go to a flying city in the sky called Columbia, where you have to get a girl called Elizabeth in order to settle a debt that you have. When you go meet Elizabeth, you find out that you can tear holes in dimensions. Soon after, you're attacked by a giant mechanical being called Songbird, who is a giant mechanical bird. After escaping the attack by Songbird, you go and find out that you need to get an airship in order to get off of Columbia. When you go and get this airship, you're attacked by the leader of the Vox Populi, known as Daisy Fitzroy. In order to get the airship back, you have to make a deal with her in order to get guns from a gunsmith named Lee Chen. When you go get the gunsmith Lee Chen, it turns out he's been captured by a man named Mr. Fink, who's the industrialist of Columbia. When you go get to Lee Chen, you find out that he's dead, but in order to save him, you tear a hole in a dimension in order to get to Lee Chen. In this dimension, Lee Chen is alive. Unfortunately, all of his tools have been confiscated, so he can't make the guns that you still require in order to get your ship back from Daisy Fitzroy. So you have to tear a hole in this dimension again in order to jump into another dimension. In this universe, Lee Chen has already given the guns to the Vox Populi, but it turns out in this universe that Booker DeWitt is already dead, causing memories to collide and having a bit of an identity crisis while you're going through the game. As you go through, Daisy Fitzroy finds out that there's a new Booker DeWitt and wants you dead because you're a martyr to the Vox Populi. She declares you an imposter and you have to fight the Vox. After killing Daisy Fitzroy, after she kills the industrialist Mr. Fink, you go to fight the prophet, Father Comstock, who caused this whole mess in the first place. When you get to the gates of his house, you find out that you need to get through a biometric lock, so you require the hand of Elizabeth's mother's Lady Comstock. When you go to get her hand, a siphon activates, causing Lady Comstock to be a ghost resurrected by Elizabeth's powers. After killing this ghost 3 times, you gain access to Father Comstock's house. When you're in his house, you find out that Father Comstock is actually on his private Zeppelin, the Hand of the Prophet. After boarding this Zeppelin, you kill Father Comstock by beating his skull into a fountain and drowning him. You then proceed to go tear apart the siphon that drains Elizabeth's powers, transferring you to an infinite number of dimensions. In these infinite number of universes, you find out that Elizabeth is actually Booker DeWitt's daughter, which was taken from you by Father Comstock into his dimension. But it turns out Father Comstock is Booker DeWitt from another dimension. After his baptism, that's the name he took. So you find out that you have to drown yourself in another dimension before you become Father Comstock in order to stop this whole thing from happening ever. Yes, the entire game never happened because you drown yourself before you do it. In this summary in 60 seconds, I cheated. Yeah, but Infinite Dimensions allows me to do that. So ha. Tweet me at Mr. Snuggles on Twitter, #SexyAtOvermind, and tell me which version of me was the sexiest. This is Ignatius Lake, signing off. I'm high-fiving my producer, and editor, and boss. And my personal dick fluffer. No.
Where's your mic, dude? You can put it back on.
Thank God I fucked that up.